Hey guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Ladero Hart.
And I'm Danielle Hart.
And we are House of Lave. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're very excited about our topic today, which is tests of Emunah.
While going through a conversion process.
So this is a big topic because on this journey, listen, we need a lot of Emunah. All we have is Emunah on this journey. And for those who don't know, Emunah is faith.
Mm-hmm.
And all we have to really rely on is faith, because the journey is it's an unpredictable journey. Like, you
Absolutely.
can't predict a conversion journey. You can't say, oh well, my friend went through the process in this amount of time, my friend had these experiences, and they had this and they have you can't ever compare your journey to anybody else's. It looks different. Like, Hashem specifically designed everybody's conversion journey to look different. So with that being said, it really causes it causes us to really have to strengthen our faith like never before on this journey, because we don't know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Because it comes in different forms of like levels of faith that you have to have, like meaning like for us, it took, faith for us as far as when it came to moving to a community.
Yeah.
It took faith for us to knowing that we're choosing the right school for our kids. It took, there's lots of things that it can come with, but even through the trials and just even the waiting process of your conversion is going to have a lot of testing and faith.
That's right. And it's so easy. It's so easy to only focus on the end goal, which is converting. Everybody wants to have a mikvah day, and you want to just get this thing done, which I get it, right? We're at that place,
Yes.
right? But I was talking to a friend of mine last night, Mordecai, and he said something beautiful. He says, "Listen, it's not about the end goal, really." He said the beauty is in the process.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty. He said you have to continue to focus on where you are today.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on where you are right now at this moment. And it's so true, because that's something that
We've mentioned that
we've
before.
mentioned, that we
Mm-hmm.
talk about it often, and sometimes you need those reminders again.
Yes.
There's so many blessings on the journey throughout the process, and that's where the character is built. That's where the man is made. That's where the woman is made. It's in the process. And you have to be presented with different challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get stronger in your faith? Okay, the only way for you to grow in your faith is for God to give you opportunities to be tested in those areas. How does a person work on having more peace in their lives? Well, you're going to have to know what it feels like to feel anxiety and to feel like you don't have control. It's the same thing with your faith. You have to be in opportunities where you can build your faith. And that doesn't mean that it's always going to be good times. You really, really build your faith when you feel the resistance, the pressure is on, right? I talk about that. Like, when you're at the gym, the only way you build muscle is with pressure,
Mm-hmm.
right?
With that resistance, for sure.
That's right.
But also too, we realize that we're only going to go through this process one time.
Yep.
Right. So and we've talked about that before. And so just remembering that it's like it's only a one-time thing that you're going to go through, and we want to embrace it. We want to know and look back 30 years from now and say, man, okay, we went through this, but it was so worth it.
Yeah.
It was so worth it. And also looking at, do you remember, who we became through that journey, how much stronger our faith did get, how much, maybe the challenges we face. I mean, we look at some of the things that we went through and are going through still on this conversion process. And we look at how strong we've got. It's so beautiful. And again, I think, you have to look at it from a perspective of just kind of appreciation, right? And knowing that this is only a one-time thing.
Yeah. So one thing that we want to talk about is, I think the hardest thing about going through a conversion process is the waiting period. It's the time. I say that because for us, it's been 2 years since we officially started this process. And throughout those 2 years, we've totally changed our lives. And we've developed new habits. We've cut things out of our lives. We've implemented new things into our lives. We're learning about how to have a kosher kitchen. We're learning about how to pray differently. We're learning how to say blessings before and after our food. We're learning about this beautiful thing called Shabbat, and so on and so on and so forth. In our lives, like, we've literally been living our lives like a Jewish family already. And that's because we are becoming, our rabbi wants us to live in a Jewish community amongst Jews. The Beit Din, the only way that they was going to allow us to officially start this process is when we were living in a community. So we have to start living and practicing all these different things. And so my point for saying all that is that to a large extent, we already feel like we are a Jewish family already. So that's why I said the hardest thing is just waiting, because sometimes you get impatient, and you like, I'm ready to make this thing official already.
Yeah.
And
And we know people, people are going to comment, and some people say things of like, well, your neshama was at Mount Sinai already. We know that, we do. And we feel strongly about that. But just the fact that, we also, yes, we understand that our neshamas were at Mount Sinai, but still now who we are today and going through this process. That's I think the challenge in that process of waiting is you're changing your life so much, but we can't keep Shabbat 100%. We have to break cutting a light on, or, something simple, but not everything being able to count.
because you want it so much,
Yeah.
that you've worked so hard for, and you're still currently working hard toward this thing, and you just want it so bad,
Yeah.
right? And so, and sometimes, like, we get comments from people saying certain things, and not, I'm not saying anything negative, but to kind of go back to what my wife was saying, sometimes people remind us about certain things, and we appreciate that. But within that, we find it challenging sometimes to even express how we really feel about wanting to be officially Jewish. One thing Mordecai told me last night, he was like, listen, well, since the things don't count necessarily right now, he says, well, right now you just get extra credit.
That's beautifully
Right? Isn't that
said.
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Right? It's because here's the thing, like, God is keeping tabs on everything
Y-
that you do.
Yes.
And right, and everything you do, it does count, right?
Mhm.
But as far as, right, I hope you're hearing me, like, as far as, right, being Jewish, like, we're not Jewish yet, right? And so, but I like what he said.
Mhm.
You just, right now, you just get extra credit, because then he said, he's like, for me as a Jew, I'm commanded to do X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
He says, so right now, until you get there, which you will. So he just said, enjoy where you are right now. Just be present, focus on where you are, know that God sees you, and and then at the right time, things will happen when God sees fit that it's supposed to happen. And
It's
and that's where we are. We're totally in acceptance mode right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think you might have mentioned this before in another video of ours, but you had said something about it's like for example, a boy or a girl that's, growing up, and they're preparing for their bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah, right? And a lot of the stuff, it doesn't count yet until they're of age, right? And
Right,
so
right.
that's kind of like the same scenario when it comes to a person that's going through a process, a conversion process. It's like, Hashem is counting everything that, or sees what that boy or that girl is doing.
Hmm.
And then when you get to that point of where you're now held accountable and you're responsible now, right? It's like that stuff mattered, but now it really matters. So, kind of looking at it in that light of like, it is a development, it is a process of you developing first, that Hashem does see you, he sees what you're doing. And, it might not I want to say spiritually count, which some things don't, but it matters. It matters because we are developing so that we are prepared for when it does actually officially count.
Yeah, for sure. So another thing I have written down here is holding on until the end. Can you hold on until the end? And chas v'shalom, God forbid, like we heard people start a process before and realize that it wasn't what they
Yeah.
wanted, and which goes to prove that you need a process. There should be a process to really give a person a chance to really see to see if this is the life that you really really want to live, right? Because it's a serious thing, right? It's no small venture. We're just encouraged to hold on until the end, to hold tight, right? If we feel like it's a storm, right? To just hold tight. And so the last thing that we want to talk about is understanding that once we convert, it doesn't get easier. Sometimes we could get in that mindset like, oh, once we're Jewish, like it's like smooth, right?
Everything's going to be puppy
No, no,
dogs
no,
and
no, no. Like
rainbows. No.
that's when it's really game time.
Yeah.
Once we convert, it's like it's no games now, right? Now we are
Mhm.
officially obligated to do these 613 mitzvot, these commandments. We're obligated to do it now. And so we're also just thinking about that, just making sure that that's replaying in our minds,
Mhm.
that that's when the game really 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 starts.
Mhm.
And it's not going to get easier. I believe we're going to have somewhat of a different connection spiritually to God, and I'm really excited to tap into that very very special connection that the Jewish people have with
Yeah.
the creator of the universe, right? And so to be able to have that access there, and we just know that it's really really time to work.
So that's why we said, your Emunah is everything when it comes to this journey and this process. And just trusting, you got to trust the process.
Yeah.
You have to trust everything that Hashem is doing. You have to remember that it's not just the Beit Din that's in control. It's Hashem that's in control. And that's one thing we keep in mind. If we do have our frustrations where we're like, just come on, and it's just because we want it so bad, but we know that Hashem's timing is right on. And I always take the analogy of a pregnant person. I'm pregnant, right? Obviously, but it's like the birth of like waiting, right? It's the process of you waiting, 9 months to see, this beautiful neshama be born. It's the same thing in the process of you're waiting, and only Hashem knows the timing of when that child is going to be born.
Yeah.
Only Hashem knows the timing of when we're going to complete our conversion. And his timing is perfect. Just like when a child is born, his timing was perfect.
That's right. And you have 9 months, like a mother and a father has 9 months to get things in order, because when the baby comes, that's when it's really game time. The baby's here now, so it's not, you can't, you can't give the baby back, right? The baby's here. So it's the same thing. Like once, this 9 month process for us, or however long that may be, right? Once the baby comes, right? Once we convert, right? It's game time. It's for us in our eyes, it's like it's no turning back at that point. So like, are we really taking advantage of the prep time? Are we really, really getting ready? Because I mean, we because we have time. We've had a lot of time to really, really prep and develop and to change and to become and to learn and so on and so forth. But like, are we really taking that time serious? And that's something that we want to continue to ask ourselves as we are getting closer, Bezrat Hashem. And so we're staying strong, we're increasing our faith every single day. Hashem is constantly putting things in our lives to give us the opportunity to develop our faith. And so we just wanted to share that, and also encourage anybody else that may be going through a process right now, because we know that it's not an easy journey, and so
Mhm.
all you have through it all, through your learning, through the parenting, through your personal changes, through the low points, all you have is your faith. All you have is your Emunah. And so I really believe that one of the main things that Hashem wants to do in this waiting period is develop our faith, because the faith is the foundation, right? We can't serve God without that faith. So that's why he created a thing called challenges. He created a thing called pressure. He created life to really, really prep and help us develop this thing called faith. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy our videos, please consider dropping a like there. Please consider subscribing, share the video, and leave comments. We love the comments, it helps us grow a lot. I also believe that it creates community
Mhm.
as well, and it gives people a chance to kind of see what other people are thinking, and feel free to comment on someone else's comment. And we want to make sure that we're treating everybody with respect and with love and kindness.
So, thank you guys again for watching and for tuning in.
Thank you guys, have a good night.